What's up? What's goody? How are you feeling? Happy new moon in Cancer. I'm doing this live. Okay, so we're waiting for people to get up in here. Oh man, my son's little cards are over there on the floor. Right there. That's okay. Bear with me. I'm still getting like the setup together. Hey, welcome in. Hey guys, happy new moon in Cancer. How is everybody feeling? Yeah, let's talk about the energy. So I'm doing the collective candle today, but I'm gonna do it on a separate live. So after I end the collective reading, I'm gonna end this video, upload it, and do the collective candle. I am running behind schedule, so bear with me. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear my fan? How's everybody on the East Coast? Like with the heat? I'm so hot. My film room happens to be one of the hottest rooms in my house. So I have to have the fan on. More Santissimo readings, of course. You can hear it, but it's not bad. Okay, because if it's too distracting, I'll turn that joint off. But yeah, it's hot. Okay. All right. Shanetta back 567. So I'm trying to get my new setup together. So I got a bookshelf back there with all of my, not all of my decks, because all of my decks cannot fit on this bookshelf. I got some other decks across the room too. And I got the OG tapestry. Y'all already know the vibes with the tapestry. I got the YouTube plaque back there though. That wasn't in my last background because it was in my office. But I was like, let me put it in the background. We worked hard for it. Why not show it off? How's everybody feeling? I'm running so behind schedule. So yesterday was the Kazemi. Hold on, the fan's blowing me. I'm trying to get some Paula Siggety going. Is it too much to ask for a makeup tutorial? You would want to watch a makeup tutorial from me. Yesterday was an off day. Like, what I mean off, I mean like I just felt like off. Like I just felt like what was going on with me energetically. So also I just want to say this. I've got four personal readings left to do and to complete. So if you booked your reading earlier in this month, please bear with me, okay? Because I'm trying to balance all areas of my life out right now, and I also got to remember to take care of me and to recharge. So I feel bad having people wait, even though the wait isn't a crazy long, but it's always in the back of my mind, like people are waiting to receive a reading from you. I got 4 people that still have yet to receive their reading that they booked earlier in the month. So I really need to get on that, but I'm also like, okay girl, you need to recharge. So please bear with me. But the energy, everything happens for a reason. So I'm just like, this could be a spiritual teaching for me to, prioritize self-care. Don't burn yourself out, spread yourself thin type shit. You've been feeling a little bit weird. This heat, man, don't even get me started with everything that's happening globally. Listen, don't even get me started on everything that's happening globally. You listen, that's down a whole nother rabbit hole, but don't get me started on it, because you mean to tell me all the crazy stuff that's happening, because I gotta watch what I say on YouTube because they're quick to flag some shit. All the stuff that's happening that you're seeing on the news, and then the heat. And now they're speaking about, well, what if the grid goes out? Everybody's running their ACs and burning it out. What if the electricity? Listen, you telling me I rigged a setup. Nino, mayday, Nino. I'm so over it. It's like, geez Louise. But we're not going to get into that. No, I just got in here, Alyssa. Oh, the doggy's outside. My neighbor's dog. I can see their dog. You gotta detach from stuff spiritually. Yeah, don't feed it to the fear. All this is happening. This one is. You hopped in on the right time. It's a setup. Yeah, you know, you're not falling for propaganda. AC problems, yeah. People have been saying, like, with the AC, you should set your AC to 20 degrees less than what it is outside. Other than that, you're gonna burn out your AC. So just be mindful of that. So you came here for a therapy session. We gonna get into that. New moon in Cancer. I'm doing a collective reading. 222 people in the chat. It's really draining. And I feel like, you know, globally, it's always something. You know, back in 2020, even before 2020, but starting with 2020, there was the whole COVID thing that blew up, and it had the collective going crazy and stressed out and vibrating from a place of fear. So you had COVID, and then everything was starting to like wean off of that, and then they make something else pop up, and it makes everybody start to freak out. What was the next thing that popped up after COVID? I swear it's always something that's popping up where it's just like, oh shit, shit's about to get real, shit's about to hit the fan. And it's just like new moon in Cancer vibes. I just want to live my life, take care of my family, you know. But I feel like it's always something. It's like the moment that we just think that everything is good and everything is chilling, boom, something pops up, and now everybody's like, freaking out. Like it's a wave, like psychological warfare or some shit, like you keeping people on their toes. I don't know. Yeah, the movement with Black Lives Matter, you know, not to say none of that stuff is real, because that stuff, it's real, you know. And then they put all this, they just be put it like, they try to trigger people, they try to play off of people's weaknesses, or I just don't like it. We're talking about some real shit. I don't like it, you know. I be peeping everything that's happening. I'm just like, it's not right. Like, I just feel like, what's the point of violence? What's the point of like, and then on top of that, let's talk about, you know, this is stolen land. So how are people illegal on stolen land? Don't get me talking. Corrupt human beings at the end of the day. But nonetheless, new moon in Cancer collective reading. So what needs to be heard? What needs to be honored? What needs to be brought to light? I don't know. That was just kind of on my heart, because it's just like, you know, but I say all that to say this. Don't, you know, try not to let things get you in a vibration of panic. I mean, you know, it's like, what can you do? You do want to be prepared, though. You know, you don't just want to sit around and be like, oh, nothing's gonna happen, because you never know. You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready type stuff. So I definitely would just be making sure that you are stocking up on like waters, you know, just in case. You never know, because you get Cancer energy. You got to make sure that your family, your home, your safe space, your walls, everything is going to be protected and good. So water, canned goods, you know, just think about it. You know, that's always something that you should have, that sense of security. So, you know, like, okay, if you, God forbid, but hey. All right. What if I were to pull cards on what's about to happen? You want me to do that? Why not? Let's just see if we can pick up on the energy. What did I say? Corrupt. I'm telling you, I switched the deck. Everything that's happening right now, it's a sense of control. It's a sense to keep everybody feeling stuck or feeling powerless, or that's how they want the collective to feel. That's like a little side message. It's manipulation. And it's like all like energetic, like again, they're saying psychological. It's psychological, like it's messing with our mind. You know what I'm saying? And then also you got to think about like with AI, not AI, but you know, even the technology, the algorithms of everything. It's like you start to watch a few videos about what's going on, and then it's your whole feed, and then it consumes your mind, and then you're like, oh, I'm freaking out. What the heck? You know, it's all like, it's energetic, but it's toxic as hell. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Five of Pentacles. What I'm telling you, Five of Pentacles. Like they want the collective to feel a sense of lack, or a sense of like fear, panic, darkness. That's what I'm getting. But Spirit's like, don't feed into it. Nine of Swords in the reverse position. It's really important to protect your mind, to protect your peace. But also, you know, realism. You got to be real. Like shit is happening. Not saying that it's not happening, because it is happening. You know, stay guarded, stay ready. But it's just like everybody's on edge. The collective is on edge, you know, globally with everything that's happening. Okay, like on edge. It is the phones. It is the phones. You know, somebody had said, how did they say it? I gotta see exactly how they worded it, but it was like basically the only war that's going on is inside of the phone. And I know that like that's not necessarily true because it's actually going on, but they're basically saying like the only time that they hear about it or see about it is when they go on their phone, when they watch the TV. Other than that, like in their reality, it's calm, it's peaceful. Of course, that's ignorance is bliss. You know, what you don't know can't hurt you, can't harm you. But it is going, like, I'm both sides of it, you know, because I see what they're saying. But then I'm also like, shit is real. Like, shit is, like, definitely happening. But it's also like, fuck. Damn. It's conflicting energy. So, one step at a time. Dogs is barking. Okay, let's get into the collective reading, though. Controversial. Touchy subject. Controversial. All right, Spirit. Messages for the collective. New moon and Cancer messages. What needs to be brought to light? What needs to be honored? Spirit, what messages do you have for us in regards to the new moon and Cancer? Well, the first message, you and your loved ones are safe. You know, this new moon in Cancer is a powerful new moon to focus on setting intentions for security, stability when it comes to your emotions, but also your family, your home. I had like the little connection yesterday when I was just thinking about like the crab in its shell, like your home, your safe space, you know, wherever you lay your head, wherever you rest, it's important to make that feel like your safe space, you know, turn that into your little sanctuary. But like I was saying, this is a powerful new moon to set intentions on, you know, over the next year, stability, security for you, your family, your loved ones. Those are the big themes, your roots. Cancerian energy, family is huge, relationships, children, mother, the sisters, the aunties, the grandmas, family though, you know, so stability, security, that's the biggest thing that I've been channeling. And that's why I wanted to do a money magic candle for this one, because, you know, when you have the money and the abundance coming in, you know that you and your family are good, you're taken care of. But also, aside from the money, I wanted to do a money magic candle just because it's been a minute. But aside from that, you know, this would be a powerful time to bring in or call in genuine connections, you know, intimacy, friendships, love, relationships. If you've been wanting to conceive a child, this would be a powerful new moon to start working on that. Hold on. All right, let's see. I'm gonna switch the deck though, honestly, because I'm not feeling, yeah, I'm gonna use Cat Tarot. Hey everybody, how are you guys feeling? Yeah, like I said, yesterday my energy was just totally thrown off. And it could be the Cancer moon energy, because when the moon is in Cancer, it's like you could be feeling more crabby, more moody, you know, again, wanting to be more so in your shell. I know after I get off of live later, I'm going to use the rest of this new moon and Cancer energy to go like spam the self-care. I'm gonna take a nice bath, drink some tea, eat some good food, and relax. To be honest with you, that's what this energy calls for. And I also feel like that's a part of the collective message with everything that's been going on globally, everything that we've been, you know, just consuming and thinking about and seeing and witnessing. It's really important to tap back into self-care, to fill up your cup, to recharge, and to like do something that's going to be good to clear the mind, the mental. That's like so important right now for the collective. Spirit, the viewers in here, the viewers that will be watching the playback, the viewers in here, what message do you have? What guidance, advice for this new moon in Cancer? What is this? The Two of Claws. Yeah, Two of Claws. Look how cute this deck is. So in this deck, the swords is like the sharp teeth and the sharp claws. So this would be Two of Swords. They also brought up the Queen of Wands in reverse. There's also a message of like pulling back your energy. Sometimes when the Queen of Wands is in reverse, it's like you don't want to be seen, or again, you're not really putting out too much of your energy. You're saving your energy. Like it almost makes me think of, this is just an example, but like, you know how people do celibacy or semen retention, like you're saving up that chi, you're saving up that energy, you're not just giving it the fuck away, you're holding on to it, and you holding on to that energy and letting it build up and build up and build up. It makes you more powerful. Okay. Oh. Wow, so we have the moon. Yeah, this is a time like collectively where, even though this is a new moon, you know, new moons are good for setting intentions. This almost makes me kind of feel like it's like a full moon, like the energy that I've been feeling, like the intensity of it. And it could be because of the Kazemi that was yesterday. That Kazemi was intense. I was like, I just felt so off. And they were, you know, a lot of astrologers were saying like, you know, one of the luckiest days of the year. But it also like I felt like it was like bringing out like energetic gunk, just like bringing it to the surface. So it could just be like honored, felt, and released. Because yesterday I was just like, woosah, like let it out. Like I wasn't crying, I was just more so like just feeling off. I was like, what's going on? And come to find out, a lot of people felt like that yesterday. So I was like, okay. And so even today, new moon in Cancer, today's the energy has also been like, it's like slow. I was a little bit delayed today as well, but I was just like honoring my body, honoring how I was feeling. So I feel like the message for the collective is to honor how you're feeling at this present time. Don't over force yourself. You know, don't over exert your energy. This is a time to be more pulled back, grounded. Also thinking about like practical plans for your future. You know, the energy of this new moon in Cancer, it's very powerful. I will say that. Like, this is a very powerful new moon. That's why I was so excited about it. Again, stability and safety and security for you, your home, your family. If you set those intentions today, and be very like specific. So what does like security and stability look like for you? Is that, you know, always making sure that all of your bills are paid on time and full? Is it making sure that there's protection around you, your family, your health? You know, what is safety, security, and stability on an emotional level look like for you? So that could be a journaling prompt as well. You could be feeling more tired. I feel like, yeah, we have the King of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. And then this cat yawning. So it's like there's a lethargic or tired or draining energy that could be happening right now collectively. Could tie into the heat. Okay, the heat making people feel more moody. Okay, moody to booty. What a booty. Trudy. But I feel like Spirit's like, give yourself time. Give yourself grace. The astrology of June, like the whole month, it was kind of intense. You know, we were working through some things, so some tension, some friction popped up. So give yourself grace. This Page of Pentacles, I know it has nothing to do with the card, but when I looked at it, Spirit said every day is a fresh new start. And that's been something that Spirit's been saying to me a lot in my personal life. Every single day is a fresh new start. It's a fresh new beginning. Regardless of what yesterday looked like for you, if you didn't get everything accomplished that you needed to get accomplished, that's okay, because tomorrow is a fresh slate where you can get up, set the intention, and make shit happen. But, you know, what's the point of, so this is kind of making me think like, let's say you had an off day. You were feeling off or whatever. And you're kind of being hard on yourself, like, fuck, like, what's going on? Just hold space for yourself. Hold space for yourself. And, you know, this also makes me think of, like, sometimes when you're so, like, your nervous system is overwhelmed. I see 10 of Wands on the back of this deck. That's how I left it. Interesting. But when, like, your nervous system is, like, so tweaked, or it's just tweaking, and it's just, you're triggered, you're overwhelmed, and you're just like, I'm frozen. I feel like I'm frozen. I'm stuck. What's going on with me? I want to take action, but the action, it's not happening. Like, my mind wants to do it, but my body's not allowing me to do it. And when that happens, Sorry, I wasn't even looking at y'all. But when you feel that way, that's your nervous system screaming and waving a white flag to have you to slow down and surrender. To have you to. Now that doesn't make sense. To have you slow down, surrender, and move slower and pour more into yourself. So there's something about the collective's nervous system either being triggered, being wired, you know, just like wind it up, you know, you're just like, again, engulfed in whether this is chaos, whether this is stress, whether this is, you know, outside things that's really causing you to feel overwhelmed, you know, situations that's out of your control. There's energetic baggage, you know, so Spirit's like, what baggage have you been carrying and how can you release that today and affirm to yourself, it's okay, we're safe, we are safe. And, you know, maybe that makes me think, what is it, EMF tapping? Correct me in the comments, please. It's the tapping. It's some sort of tapping that you do, and you do it on the points, and you're saying affirmations to yourself, and that is really good for your nervous system. It's really good for you spiritually as well. Spirit's making me think of that. So there could be somebody in the collective that you regularly do that, or you used to do that, or maybe you've seen videos about it, but Spirit wants you to get into that. New Moon in Cancer would be a powerful manifestation technique to focus on, you know, your loved ones are safe, all is well, all will turn out well. Peaceful resolution, setting intentions for peaceful resolution. Wow. And I feel like, yeah, even like on a collective global level, this is not a time to like be aggressive. Like even if we're like looking at in terms of what's going on in like the world with, you know, the WARS, this is seriously not a time to be impulsive or to be aggressive. And even in our personal lives, it's not. This is the time to meditate thoroughly before making decisions, because decisions have heavy consequences, is what Spirit is saying. Lordy. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see what fell on the floor. Lordy. Yeah, Knight of Swords. That's that reckless endangerment. Reckless endangerment. Spirit's like, oh my God, slow down. Knight of Wands in reverse. Slow the fuck down. How? What is this? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Cups. Look how cute. Look at this. This is so cute. This is the Cat's Tarot. I literally just seen that message the other day about not being impulsive. My Leo mind was just like, for real. Not being impulsive, not being reckless. Really processing the energy. That's so funny. The dogs out there were barking, and now I see barking dogs right here. And this is a like visual representation what Spirit is calling us all to do as a collective. You know, if people come at us, right? People come at us, or there's aggressive energy. You see how the cat's just like looking down on the opposition, looking down on the enemy, quote unquote, looking down at the problem, not feeding back into it, not going back and forth, but just observing the energy. There's something to that. There's something to that Moon card. Observing it, but not letting it consume you. So again, you know, this could be tying into everything that we're seeing on the news, on our phones. You know, observing it, stay, you know, up to date, but not letting it consume you. Spirit's showing me like a bubble, a big white bubble, protecting your aura, protecting your peace. Again, I'm heavy on, you know, don't be out here just confused and, you know, not up to date with what's going on, but also just like, okay, I see it, let it do what it do, but we're going to keep our eye on it type shit. Okay, what else for the collective Spirit? What else? EFT tapping. There we go. I said EMF. Not me talking about a motherfucking EMF. EFT tapping. Yeah. I've been seeing, or I've seen in the past, some content creators doing that, and I always tune in. Like if they're live or something and they're doing it, I'd be tapping right on in with them. Tap, tap, tap. I am safe and protected at all times. I had to ask. No, for real. And it does make me feel calmer. All right, more More messages for the collective. Anything else, Spirit? What does the collective of viewers in here need to know? Hold on. My cards are falling all over the floor. Hold on. Sorry. Excuse that down there. That's my kids' little flashcards. Be strategic. You know, everything that you're doing, be intentional. At this present time, whenever this video finds you, Spirit's calling you to be strategic, to be intentional, to look at all the details with the King of Swords energy. Ooh, look at all the details. If you have like documents to sign, like you have important paperwork or documents to fill out at this time, before you do so, make sure that you're reading everything. That could just be for one select person that needs to hear it. Also, this is a time, set your boundaries. You know, this could, and with this new moon as well, you know, the energy, don't feel bad for setting boundaries with particular family members or friends or people that you bonded with on a deeper level. Don't feel bad for setting boundaries. You know, because if they're a real friend, a genuine friend, genuine family member that loves you, they'll respect the boundary and they won't try to flip it on you and, you know, be weird about you setting a basic, simple boundary. You know, that's T2. Yeah, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. I just keep getting messages about being unfazed. Look how cute. I'm a cat lover, so I'm just like, look how cute. Little chunker. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. You know, the collective, you might even have people feeling shook up, like feeling shook about like the changes that you've been making with your life, but you're not wrong, Queen. You're not wrong, King. Look at the Death card in this deck. It's the vacuum. The cat is scared and running away of the vacuum, but it's like, you gotta vacuum. So it's like whatever changes you're making, whatever life changes are happening, they have to happen. You know, you can't just walk around with crumbs on your fucking floor. You gotta address the bullshit. So it's really like address the bullshit, you know, address the mess. If people feel scared, if people feel a type of way, if people are moving, you know, away from you, that's on them. That's on them. If people want to be, this could be very specific. Somebody watching this, you could be dealing with like a roommate situation or like a situation with family where there's somebody, they're like messy. They're really messy and you're like really clean and neat and it's bugging you, so you said something and then they feel a type of way. That could be a very specific message for somebody. Anything else? But I mean, you're not wrong. Somebody could be viewing you as like, damn, like, why are you acting like that towards me? why are you acting like that towards me? Sorry, these cards are making me laugh. Look how cute. So this is swords. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, the 8 of swords. Look how cute the little chunker. Hey, welcome in. I don't know. That's really what I'm getting with this new moon in Cancer. And you know, aside from the cards, what I feel with this energy. Sorry, my nose is running. What I feel with this energy intuitively, again, fresh new starts, fresh new beginnings when it comes to emotion, just emotionally feeling better, you know, feeling better in your skin, in your body, in your environment, in your space. Specifically, this new moon in Cancer, if you've been wanting to move, this would be a powerful new moon to do a specific ritual specifically on that, like focusing on, you know, you're bringing in a new home, a new environment, and then diving deeper, a manifestation tip that is so real. It's like tap into the vibration of how you would feel or how you will feel when the manifestation comes into fruition. Because Cancer, it's the feelings, it's the emotions. So whatever manifestation work you do today, make sure that you really tap into the feelings, okay? So like, you know, close your eyes and visualize. So you having a new home, how is this gonna make you feel? Okay, like, are you gonna be excited? Are you gonna feel relieved? Are you gonna feel like giddy, giggly? Like, how are you gonna feel? If you're manifesting love, you know, this would be a powerful time to like turn on like a love playlist, your favorite genre, love music, get the vibes going, and like write out like what are the characteristics of your dream lover, like how do they act, how do they look, how do they treat you, how do they make you feel. Like this new moon in Cancer, tap into your feelings, your emotions to really amplify the manifestations. And then another thing that I would recommend, sorry, I just, when I be channeling, I don't look at the camera, I'm sorry. But another thing that I would recommend is to speak into your water today. Speak into your water, your cup of water, your bottle of waters. If you make any tea, hot tea, cold iced tea, whatever you're sipping on, specifically water, but you can do it with tea too. But speak into your cup before you drink it. Like for real. Like, it sounds crazy, but it works. That's a really powerful manifestation technique, because Cancer is a water element. So we want to connect with water energy today as much as possible. I took a really good shower earlier, and I'm gonna soak in that tub. Listen, I manifested me a new home with 2 bathtubs up in it. I'm taking me a motherfucking bath tonight. Okay, point blank, okay? But anyways, I took a nice shower and I washed my hair earlier, and I was really focusing as I was washing. I'm like, I'm cleansing all this energetic gunk because I just need to feel. Let me also tell you something that I did. Okay, let me also tell you something that I did. And I felt led by spirit to say it. So this was like a week ago. What was I doing? I was in the shower. And y'all know me. I'm always talking about like energetically cleansing yourself when you're in the shower. It's as simple as a prayer, setting intentions. But something told me to say this specifically, and I'm going to share it with you. I was saying I call back my energy, saying stuff like that. But I also said, I call back my energy from anybody that tried to destiny swap with me, anybody that was successful with it, anybody that was partially successful with it, anybody that was attempting to destiny swap with me. And if you don't know what a destiny swap, it sounds crazy, but it's not crazy because it happens all the time. You could have somebody around you and they're envious of you, your lifestyle, what you have going on, and they want that. They want what you have. So, and some people intentionally do it and some people unintentionally do it, but destiny swapping is real. And something in me told me to say that because sometimes I just felt like off a little bit, and I was just like, let me just say this real quick. Spirit told me to say it, so I said it, and it's like something kind of clicked or something kind of switched a little bit. Because for a while, I just wasn't fully feeling like myself, but I was like, okay, maybe it's just like, postpartum, the hormones are still adjusting and everything like that, which rightfully so, yes, that was that, but also something just told me to say it. And after I said that in the shower, I'm like, okay, I kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt more like a previous version of myself. You know what I mean? Like wearing my curly natural hair, just like setting up my film room, like being back facing the camera, you know what I mean? So I did that, and I was like, damn. So spirit wants me to share that with you as well. If you feel like, and again, the term destiny swapping, like hearing it kind of sounds crazy, but it's not crazy because it's a real thing. People can look at you through a screen and low-key be a little bit envious or jealous or just feel triggered, and then they unintentionally or intentionally send you a little bit of weird energy, and it can affect you. That's why it's important to spiritual hygiene and stuff like that. Let me read the chat real quick. Hailey Bieber destiny swap with Selena Gomez. You want to know my take on the Hailey Bieber situation? Cancer energy. I guess the girls are a Kiki Kim. But my take on the Hailey Bieber situation, that man does not like her. That either the connection was arranged for publicity, but you can clearly tell she's not his type. Whatever his type is, I don't think it's her. And it just seems so forced. And it's so blatantly clear and obvious anytime you see them together. And their relationship dynamic, I feel bad for him. I really do. Whatever he's going through, isn't he a Pisces? How crazy. The dice was on Pisces. But I really do feel bad for him because I feel like the people around him, his handlers, it's just like, geez Louise. I feel really bad for him. But anyways, he does not like that woman at all. Not at all. And it's so clear. And it's like, sister, you deserve so much better. Like, don't you want to be in a relationship with somebody that is actually in love with you and not just with you just for, you know? So every time I see that, I'm just like, damn. And it just makes me think, like, I'll be damned if I, you know, that's not like, you know, when you do a love spell, you know, that's why I personally don't do love spells, because I feel like, this is just my take on it. If you, and it's a difference if you're already in a relationship, you guys are both spiritual and you guys want to, you know, do some love magic together to amplify the energy together, consensual. There's a difference. But if you're doing a love spell on a person and they have no clue about it, it's like, it can backfire, you know. It definitely can backfire, because the person, yeah, they'll be with you, but they'll resent you, they'll hate you. And don't let them realize that a spell was put on them, because if they find out and they break the spell, it could be bad, it could be horrible. Yeah, love magic is nothing to play around with. You never know, because it could really mess with people's head. But anyways, that's a side message, a little side message. Maybe somebody needs to hear that. I always tell people, anytime you feel a little inkling to do and I'm talking about like a love spell, like love me, only me, I dominate your mind, your dick only gets hard for me. Okay, like, I'm talking about that. If you feel the need to do that, immediately do it on yourself. Self-love, because a self-love spell, if you craving love, babe, a self-love spell will get you some motherfucking love and some real love, for real. I'll be damned. The moment I feel like I gotta put a love spell on a motherfucker, bye. I don't need you, Nana. I don't need it. You know, I need my person to be crazy about me naturally, holistically. Hey, no, for real. And it's no shade, no tea, no bashing, but it just made the Hailey Bieber situation made me think about that, because I seen a video. I don't know if she was joking or if she was serious. She had like a little tincture and she was like, a Canadian man is gonna fall in love with me, a witch gave it to me, or something like that. But yeah, you want your person to holistically be all about you, holistically, naturally, organically. Because the moment that it's fake, or the moment that it's forced, it's not, you know, where's the love in that? Where's the fun? Where's the fun? So yeah, calling back your energy, and also, you know, heavy on, I rebuke any destiny swaps. I'm coming back into me. My destiny is for me. My fate is for me. And I'm coming back into the area. Jupiter and Cancer, nostalgic energy. You know, the collective could also be feeling like, I'm trying to, maybe not go back to who I was, but like how the vibes was at a certain time. Like, that's the vibes, E. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. Yeah. When it comes to like spell work, witchcraft and stuff like that, I'm heavy on, you know, self-workings, self. It all starts with the self, because everything that you have going on internally, in your heart, in your mind, it reflects in your reality. Like, you think about something, I swear, you think about something, you start to see it in your reality. It's not a coincidence. You know, you think about a pink car or a bright orange, yellow car, and then boom, one just pops up. It's the matrix. It's how it's set up. So if you're craving love, I mean, this is a perfect topic, new moon in Cancer. You're craving love, do a love spell. You know, set the intentions today that you genuinely love yourself. You love everything about yourself. You love your body, you love your face, your voice, your skin tone, your hair. You love yourself. You attract love from all areas, all people. That will bring you some real, genuine love. That will, for sure. You know, oh yeah, new moon in Cancer. I also, you know, manifesting with the element of water, sex magic. Let's talk about it. The power of the orgasm, the power of the O. solo or with a partner. If you're doing it with a partner and you guys are both, again, you guys are both spiritual and you both are, you know, you like, let's make this money together. Let's use the orgasm to manifest a big check. Let's use the orgasm to manifest a new home, a new car. Like, you doing it with a partner, that's powerful, but even just doing it with yourself. The power of the orgasm, new moon in Cancer tonight, element of water, the juices, the flowing. I'm just putting it out there. New moon in Cancer. New moon in Cancer. Again, what do you want to bring in? Okay, that's also something that would be beneficial for the new moon in Cancer. Man, but just sharing what I'm going to be doing tonight. Again, I'm going to get some good food. Good food. What the fuck? Okay, gotta get some good food. I don't know what I'm making tonight, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be home cooked type shit. Like, but I'm gonna take a nice bath. I'm gonna listen to some affirmations while I'm in the tub, because again, the water holds memory. So the affirmations into the water and then into my mind, and just setting intentions, bringing it in. Okay, yeah. And then I'm taking it easy for the rest of the day. I'm giving myself grace. I'm human. That's the affirmation. Anytime you're hard on yourself, just say, I'm human. It happens, I swear. Anytime you feel like you're being super hard on yourself, just affirm to yourself, I'm human, it happens. And I guarantee there's another human being on this planet that is in the same position as me, and they're in the same headspace as me, and I'm not wrong for feeling this way. I'm valid. I'm validated. You know, sometimes you gotta, you know, if other people aren't validating you, validate yourself. I'm valid for feeling this way. You know, I'm so valid. You know, sometimes you gotta tell yourself, my feelings are valid. I'm only one person. I'm human. We can do this. Bye. Now, why is he doing that? I cannot. Oh my gosh. Oh, grubby grub ass. Oh, what's for dinner head ass. All right, this deck is funny though. This is the cat tarot, for those of you interested. That's cute. This is so cute. Look at the 6 of Cups. Oh wait, the 6 of Cups. Ooh, who is Londrell? I gotta check him out. This side, old chubby self. Oh, how cute. So talk to me, y'all. How are y'all feeling? Any questions before I get off of here and start the next live? Because on the next live, we're doing some money magic, because emotional security, as a Capricorn moon, listen to me, as a Capricorn moon, Virgo Venus, for me to feel emotionally well, I need to be financially stable and secure. Okay, I need it. So I'm gonna be doing money magic. Yes, you feel drained. Ooh, the destiny swap message hit. Yeah, call it. All it takes is calling back your power. You do not give anybody permission to swap no energy with you. What, you know, the blessings that were meant for you, call them back in. Call them back in all the way. Exes are popping up. I mean, it is Cancerian nostalgic energy. Blast from the past. Whoop, there it is. Bring that ass here. That's what that is. Alexis, I'm a Cancer. Hold on me. I'm going fast. And I woke up in my feelings about about your ex-wife. Oh, damn. I pray healing around that situation, because that's heavy. I'm not ignoring your messages. They're going so fast. Sierra, what did you say? Shanetta, what does it mean when your period always falls on the full moon? That means you're a red witch. You're a white witch if you get your period on the new moon. You're a red witch if you get your period on the full moon. So if you're bleeding right now, if you are bleeding and menstruating right now, you are classified as a white witch. So you're more of like a healer, a creator. And then the red witch, if you bleed with the full moon, when the moon is big and bright, you're like like the wild woman, the woman that, you know, people back in the day feared. You're with the shit. I mean, all you know, everybody's with the shit, but I feel like the white witches are more like grounded and oh, the white witches are the nurturers. The white witches are like in their nurturing type era. Okay, so like the mother, nurturing, taking care of projects, taking things like around the house, stuff like that. And then the red witch, like, you're a powerful manifester. You're with the shit. You get shit done. People fear you. You're powerful. I mean, you know, everybody that bleeds is powerful. I'm a red one, if you want to know. But I will say, your cycle can switch. You know, if you ever go through like a big period of like stress and whatever, you might notice that your periods get thrown off a little bit. It's never like a coincidence. Like your period, like your cycle with the moon switching is for a reason. Because at one point, this was like 2 years ago, I was a white witch, so I was bleeding with the new moon. And that's when I was like heavily in my like postpartum era. I was like heavily, like I had like babies. They was babies. They was young. 2 years ago, Kenji was literally like 3 months. And CJ was young. Okay. So yeah, when I was in that, I was like heavy in my nurturing mother era. And then like a year ago, I shifted over into the red witch. Spirit said, this is for the bitches with the big pussies. Hey, I was like, and that's a year ago is like when I really was like fully like, okay, it's time to get back in my bag. It's time to shake off this, you know, this energy, this little funk, this fog. And it's still a work in progress. But, you know, I feel like there's something big coming up on a, like, you know, for me, like just coming back into myself. That's where I feel like I'm at. Okay. For your heart. See, I can't give you any sort of advice on that, but I do know off the top of my head that cayenne pepper is really good for cleansing the blood and for circulation and heart-related things. So look into the benefit of cayenne pepper for your heart. And what I mean by that is you could like take cayenne pepper capsules. You could put a pinch of it in some warm water, drink that. But cayenne pepper has a lot of benefits, and I heard that it's good for your heart, but look into it. Am I ever gonna make a tarot deck? I would love to. I don't know how to. What does it mean for Pisces? I know that the cardinal signs are most affected. So Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, what's the other one? Cardinal signs. You have cayenne pepper. It's spicy, but cayenne pepper has so many benefits for the body. It's good for circulation, lymphatic. It's good to help you lose weight. You're not late. Oh, well, yeah, we're 47 minutes in. I love just chilling and chatting with you guys. I'm still getting my background set up. I got my tripod on my desk. I got a new desk. This one's just a kiki and wobbling on me. This tripod is so wobbly. How do you cleanse and transmute your energy after meeting a bunch of people? So after meeting a bunch of people or being around a lot of people, I would definitely, again, take a shower. Make sure you wash your hair. And as you're washing your hair, just prayer for cleansing, removing energetic gunk, other people's energy. Just do a nice water cleanse. A water cleanse. Cleanse yourself with water. Sage or Palo Santo, or use some incense on yourself after the shower. Yeah. Also, maybe you could practice veiling when you're out around these people. If you want to, veiling is just covering your hair, or just anointing your crown chakra with like protection oil. I want to miss you so bad. We're from the same state. Ooh, we do, Victoria. Yeah, I'm in Maryland, boo. What county are you in? I can't disclose too much of my information, but what county are you in? Ooh, I got a little tickle on my nose. I always say, I hope when I'm messing around with my nose that people don't think that I'm off that stuff, because I swear to goodness I'm not. I have sinus issues. I swear I do. And I just made it no better. I just made it no better. I just made it no fucking better. What the fuck? I'm not. I'm strictly weed. She's smoking weed. That's it. It's my nose ring, y'all. I got sinus issues. My nose ring is always flopping around. I swear. No. They're gonna tear me up. Oh, Lord. I do have allergies. Let me tell y'all, I am very allergic. The only thing that I'm allergic to, well, not the only thing, I'm allergic to like grass and pollen and stuff outside, but the only food that I'm allergic to is banana. Banana. Like the fruit. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't have a banana. And it's bad. If banana touches my skin, I'll like get hives. I'll get super itchy. I found out I was allergic to bananas in the 3rd grade. And then like years ago, I was like, you know, into like DIY little concoctions for your hair. And I put banana, not remembering, I put banana in a hair mask. And my whole scalp was so itchy. My neck was itchy. My eyes were super big and puffy and swollen. I was itchy, like my palms, my feet, because the banana, when I rinsed it out. Oh my God. So I was like, damn, I'm really allergic to bananas. And then like two years ago, I was feeding my kids bananas, and I can't feed them bananas anymore. I can't touch them. I will not. But I was feeding my kids bananas, and I guess after I was done, I touched my eye or something, and I literally, my eyes got so swollen. Like, it was really scary. They got so swollen, and then I had to get Chris to drive me to the hospital. But before we left the house, I took two full Benadryls. And I told him, once we finally got to the hospital, I was like, I don't think I need to go in there. I was fucking nodding off in the car. Like, the Benadryls had me fucking, like, I'm talking like sleep to the point where I was in the passenger seat. My mouth was wide open. I was just asleep. And we was passing cars. And I probably looked so crazy. But when I got home, I took the best nap. The best freaking nap. 2 Benadryls. I was like, oh my gosh. So I have to keep Benadryl in the house, but I keep it like all the way up, because if the babies ever get a hold of that, lordy, the Benny. I said, I feel like Future right now. I'm off the drugs. The Benadryl had me slumped. I said, that is dangerous. Oh my God. I said, dun 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 dun. No, but I cannot with the bananas. I cannot. And that really sucks. I would love a good banana bread. I really would. So, my skin was tweaking. How can you align or just tap into your feminine energy to allow yourself to receive all the good that is meant for you? Connecting with your feminine energy, it all starts with slowing down. And this is something that I had to learn. This is coming from somebody with Mars in her 1st house. So I'm more so, man, being a woman that has Mars in my 1st house, so that's like how I come off. I can come off very aggressive, intimidating, mean. When I don't speak, I guess I've gotten this a lot. Like, girl, I thought she was gonna be a bitch. Girl, I thought she was gonna be mean. You know, people just like looking at me like mugging me. What do you want? Anyways, but I'm actually really nice. But Mars in the 1st house, I'm a fast walker. I'm so, like, if I'm in the store, I'm like, why are you walking slow? Like, come on, what's not clicking? We need to go. And I got to remind myself, now that I'm trying to enter into my feminine era, like, we got to slow down. So slowing down, talking slower. And you see how I'm aggressive. Like, I'm over here just aggressive to the camera, and I'm not trying. That's just me. That's how I'm coded. That's how I was created. Leo, Mercury, Mars in the 1st house. I'm loud. But, and I mean, no, because I'm not going to sit here and say to be feminine, you have to, you have to do this, because be yourself. But I guess there's, just being a little bit more intentional and like savoring the moment and being more, in tune with your senses. That's the way to connect with your feminine energy. But I mean, the advice about slowing down, it is really good, because like if you're constantly on go mode, your nervous system is like just like on edge, and that's something that I'm healing from. So definitely slow down. Mars and Scorpio in the 2nd house. Ooh, Your Mars is in your second house. So you're a go-getter, Victoria. Don't get me started. Victoria is a go-getter. The second house is your money, your resources, your value. So people that personally know you, they know that you're going to get to a bag. You're going to get to a check. Victoria's just going to get to a bag. Victoria's just going to get to a check. Like, by all means, any means necessary. You know, Mars is also the planet of war, the aggressor. So you'll go to war when it comes to your money, your security, your stability. If people try to devalue you, or if people try to, you know, knock any of those areas of your life, you don't be playing that. That's what that's telling me. Mars and Scorpio in the second house. So you have Scorpio in the second house, you know, how you can make some money in this lifetime, connecting with themes like the occult, spirituality, the paranormal, taboo themes, okay? Mars and Scorpio in the second house gives SW. Not saying that you are a SW, but I feel like, you know, also with that, it makes me think like people will view you as like a sex symbol. Like you're just very sexy, you're very seductive as well. Without trying. You don't try to be. That's just you. That's just your aura. That's just your energy. You just got into hoodoo purr. See, you're tapping into it. People know that you don't play. People know that Victoria doesn't play. Even if they don't say it, they know that you don't play. Yeah. Yes. Mars and Scorpio is great in a crisis. I'll tell you this, with me having Mars and Scorpio, I was literally just thinking, I was like, why do I wait last minute for everything? It's like, I'll wait last minute and I'll be under so much fucking pressure, but I'll get it done. I'll get it done. Yeah, it was stressful as hell, but I'll get it done. It's so annoying because it's like I wait till last minute because I know, oh, I'll take care of it anyways. But I need to be more mindful. Like, I need to give myself more time. Like, I'm in an era of, I'm not trying to be stressed. Waiting till the last minute. But, you know, you always find a way. You feel seen. Yes. You do the same. Mars and Sagittarius. Sheesh. In what house? Yeah, you can do a one-on-one reading with me. I'm going to restock my website. Just give me a good week. I'll post in the community when I restock, because after I do these last 4 readings, I need to energetically reset, recharge. Okay. Sagittarius, Mars in the 8th house. Whew. Let me think. Hold on. Let me tune in. Sagittarius, Mars in the 8th house. Sagittarius Mars makes me think that you're an eternal learner. You always have a thirst for knowledge. In the 8th house, damn though. So you might like to do research about like spiritual topics, taboo topics, darker topics. Sagittarius Mars. You know, the 8th house also makes me think of like taxes, death, rebirth. So these could all be themes that somehow you're tied to, or like they pop up in your reality a lot. I don't know. Kind of having a blank with that one. I feel like I knew so much about Victoria's because I have a Mars and Scorpio, just in a different house. Ooh. Hold on, let me reapply some lip gloss. We're gonna do a live one day where it's simply just astrology chat, because I love talking about astrology. Jade, are you in a relationship? Mars in the 7th house. Are you in a relationship? Are you single? Mars in the 7th. That's partnership. So you do well in partnerships. You do well with other people, connecting with people. Mars in Cancer. Oh, you're psychic. Alexis, Mars in Cancer in the 12th house, you're psychic. Like, what the fuck? Damn. I had synastry with the person and they had their Mars in my 12th house. That was so intense and confusing. Yeah, Mars in the 12th house. 12th house is the hidden, it's the unknown, it's the subconscious. Mars is what you take action on. So it's like or this is could be advice for you. Spirits like take action on what your gut or your intuition is telling you, because 9 times out of 10 you're right. Mars 3rd house. Ooh, you're meant to communicate. In Capricorn, you're meant to communicate. You're meant to be a speaker, a teacher in some way, shape, or form. Writer, blogger, speaker, teacher, content creator. And you're meant to spread facts. Capricorn, factual energy. Capricorn is connected with the 10th house, which is like your legacy, public image. So being seen in a large space. So yeah, you're meant to be big. You're meant to be known for teaching, leading, mentoring, communicating, working with younger kids possibly. All right, y'all. So I'm about to go on a new live. So I'm about to end this, get it uploaded, and start a new live. And we're about to do some money magic because we finna make it rain. So yeah. Ooh, so also before I end this live, I want to let you know. So my film room is set up now. Prepare to be sick of me. Let me also tell you, listen, I'm such a chatty Cathy. I swear. Oh my God. But let me tell you, I was on Canva the other night. Canva's basically like a little app or website that you can create stuff, you know, like you can create anything. I use that for my thumbnails and stuff, but I went on there and I made like a little content planner for my YouTube channel, and it's so cute. I just need to print it out. If I had it printed, I'd show you. But yeah, I'm excited. I made like a whole little content planner. It's super cute. It's purple like this. But anyways, so prepare to see more of me. I'm excited. And you know, also that's what I'm using this new moon in Cancer energy for. I'm a Cancer midhaven. Ding, 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 ding. Hello. I'm a Cancer midhaven. So this moon is right now in my 10th house. And I was wondering, I was like, it's been a minute since I posted. I'm like, I want to post, but I just, the energy wasn't aligning. Finally, the moon is transiting my 10th house. I'm live on YouTube. That's great. And then also what was it? There was also something that, a transit that I had, Mercury was transiting my 10th or something like that, I think. And I posted the other day, so that was good. So, yeah. Also, it's kind of annoying because this is just astrology talk, but so I'm a Libra rising, but I guess like I'm like super close to almost being a Scorpio rising. But so I'm like a Libra rising, like in the final degrees of it. So like when I watch other astrologers, and you know how like other astrologers, they'll do like astrology forecast and they want you to watch it for your rising sign. So I'll click Libra rising because I am a Libra rising. It's been confirmed plenty of times, but it's like closer to being Scorpio, but it's still in Libra, okay, in the final degrees. And so I'll watch Libra rising's forecast, and it's like they're saying, oh, Jupiter is going to be in Cancer in your 10th house. But for me, Jupiter is still in my 9th house because I'm like so close to almost not being a Libra rising. So it's like all the other Libra risings are experiencing that, and I'm still in the fucking 9th house. So, I mean, geez. So that's kind of annoying. Does anybody else deal with that? Like for those of you that have a rising sign, but it's like closer to being the next sign over. Yeah, and same thing with like the 6th house transits that Libra risings. So a lot of Libra risings already dealt with Saturn in their 6th house, and now Saturn's going in their 7th. Saturn just fucking entered my 6th house. So I'm a Libra rising that is a little bit behind schedule, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm a Libra rising that's a little bit delayed, and that's okay. It's valid. Ooh, you're a Cancer moon. Love that. Oh, you're almost Leo. And that's so cool because I can kind of see it. Like I can kind of see like how if I wanted to, I could totally pull, I could pull off Scorpio rising type, you know, energy. I could if I wanted. But I love being a Libra rising. Even if I'm like the final little seconds of being a Libra rising, I love it. But I definitely could see how I could come off as Scorpio rising-ish. Because my Mars is in Scorpio in my first house. Like, that's how close I am to being a Libra, being a Scorpio rising. But where that line is, I'm Libra. It says I'm a Libra rising, and that's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him. So don't do me. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. Your vibe screams Libra rising, but I can sense some Scorpio energy as well. Sagittarius moon. I love that. Free spirit. You're doing a 3-day watermelon fast? Ooh, that's gonna be so good for you. I really need to do like a fast like that. Yeah, homegirl needs it. For real. All right, so I'm gonna end this live and I'm gonna jump into another live. So if you wanna do some money magic with me, tap in, baby. I love Libra moons as well. I really do. Now, I will say, some people listen, I didn't say it. I heard somebody else say it. Somebody else said that Libra risings be fake. Somebody said, don't bring your man around a Libra rising because you're going to snatch him right on up. And I didn't say that. But my homegirl, who knows, this other girl said that girl said that. And I don't know. But she said, don't bring your man around a Libra moon. And me being a Libra rising, she right. I'm just joking now. But, you know, I love anything Libra because I'm a Libra rising. Yeah. No. Material girl. I want Chanel 9 boots. I love anything Libra. I do. I do. I really do. I do. So I'm thinking if I know any Libra moons personally. I knew somebody that was a triple Libra. In his big three, he was a Libra sun, Libra rising, Libra moon. Or I think he was a Libra sun, Libra moon, and then something else was his rising. But he was good looking too. He was, he was good looking. He really was. He had like long curly hair. He was fine. He was very charismatic. But he was gay. He's gay, so, but he, even as he's like gay, he's a gay man, but I was like, damn, like, I see you, Dada. I see you, Papa. I know you be getting them. Good Lord. Sheesh. But that Libra moon, like, he's really good at, like, talking, teaching, communicating. Shit. He was fine. I can't make it up. I told you he was fine. The Empress, I told you. The cards do not lie. All right, I'm going to start a new live. If you want to tap into the money magic, you're see you there. Perm.